Hello everybody, and this is going to be my review on the trade paperback version of Marvel's Secret Wars. As you can see, here's art by Alex Ross with the original issue 1 kind of redone, updated with new coloring. Look at Captain America, Wasp, the Rogue, Cyclops, Hawkeye, Wolverine, She-Hulk, Thing, Colossus, Spider-Man, Human Torch, Storm, Photon, who is Captain Marvel, the first real one. Anyway, Nightcrawler, Iron Man, Hulk, and oh, that's part of Human Torch's Flame. There's the cover. It's a little bit because I've read this more than once, definitely. Here's what the back says. Oh, I can't even really see that. The fate of the entire Marvel Universe hangs in the balance as Earth's mightiest heroes face their greatest challenge. And it gives you Collecting Marvel's Superheroes, Secret Wars 1 through 12. And yes, issue 8 is the iconic moment where Spider-Man first wears the alien symbiote, which later becomes Venom and Carnage. And the storyline of like King in Black and Absolute Carnage and etc. Of this, all people in the back, this was $35 just off the shelf, which of course you just buy online. You have to pay that much. There's the spine, really good size right here. I think it's about 300 pages or more than 300. And there's Doctor Doom. I think that's from issue 12, the final issue's cover. I have issue 2 in trade paperback as well. We're reviewing that. The credits, some more artwork. I don't even remember where this comes from, but Tom DeFalco, yes. Talking about this, if you want to pause. Yeah, this is mostly a thing to sell toys, and they just throw all these superheroes together. And one of the things I like the most is this actually starts off with the endings, the prologues to all of the issues, like Amazing Spider-Man issue 251. Right before issue 252 with the symbiote suit, and right at the end of issue 251 after he defeated the Hobgoblin, apparently. He died, the Hobgoblin. He gets his spider sense and goes to Central Park where he sees this giant machine, and it just kind of lures all the heroes inside of there. And you see it keep happening for other heroes like Iron Man, but it's Rudy Jones. Wait, did I say that right? Oh gosh, what's his name? James? Oh gosh, why am I forgetting War Machine's real name? But it's War Machine. He's wearing Iron Man armor. Here's Hulk. Human Torch and the Fantastic Four, Thor and the Avengers. You get it. This is in the X-Men, of course, later. Hawkeye is married to Mockingbird as well during this moment. And then here is issue 1, the iconic cover right here. So this is, you don't even see a lot of the cosmic stuff. There's this being in Marvel Universe called the Beyonder, and here he was like a giant mysterious force of the cosmos until future Marvel Comics kind of didn't make him as exciting. But he brought together all of these superheroes. Look at that. We have like 5 members of the X-Men. At this time, Professor X can walk. They have Kitty Pryde's kind of pet, the little dragon Lockhart or Lockjaw. There's Wolverine, Professor X. He actually is able to stand up right after this panel. Magneto's on the side of the heroes team because they basically have the same morals. That makes sense. And then the villains, which includes Galactus, Molecule Man, Doctor Doom, the Enchantress, Ultron, and then the rest are kind of just like the Wrecking Crew and the Absorbing Man. Doctor Doom actually does create 2 new supervillains in this story, which I'll point out. It's Volcana, who becomes Molecule Man's girlfriend, and Titania, who becomes Absorbing Man's girlfriend. So basically, they're all set in this world called Battle with like 60 plus parts of livable planets all smushed together onto one giant world after he destroys everything. And he forces them all to fight. Of course, these villains get in each other's way, and Galactus kills Ultron, or just powers him down. Galactus decides to leave. Doctor Doom has his own plans, and they just are on Battle World, and there's a lot of talking to each other. Definitely better written, I think, than the Contest of Champions, because there's a lot more interactions between different heroes and villains. So they fight. Oh yeah, Dr. Kirk Connors as the Lizard is here. He never becomes Dr. Kirk Connors again until like the last page of this story. And then he gets delivered to Earth, and that's when we see issue 252 of Amazing Spider-Man with the black suit pop up. Here's issue 2. They all fight. They capture some. So there's a whole bunch of back and forth. There's some untrusted mutants considering Magneto's on their team, and they all stick together. The Thing is here, and he goes from switching to Thing and normal Ben Grimm over and over again. And they apparently are going to explain the Fantastic Four issues that came after this, but I haven't read those yet. The Wasp and Magneto almost get romantic. Titania and Volcana are made by Doctor Doom. They're new supervillains. Molecule Man has this iconic one, which they kind of did in the animated series. Drops a mountain on the heroes. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. He drops it and everyone's so happy. Then Thor arrives and Enchantress takes them away to somewhere. Etc. They survive. There's a lot of good one-moment things with the big villains, except Ultron. Galactus does try to eat Battleworld, but he fails. That's another big moment in this that takes up like about a quarter of these. One of the areas that the Beyonder took from Earth was Denver, and it had Volcana's apartment there, so that's where the villains hang out for a bit. And it has the newest Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter. So she's introduced. No, I don't think she's introduced in here, but anyway. And then this iconic issue at the very end, there's this new machine creating new people's costumes, and Spider-Man gets this iconic black suit, and he wears it for the rest of the issue. This was actually after it was first introduced in the comics in Amazing Spider-Man issue 252, and here we finally got to see its issue. There's not much until the very end where it's explained that the costume can just kind of grow on Peter Parker itself, and he has organic webs. I think they talked about that. Organic webbing for him here. And we go all the way up against Galactus and lose. Galactus takes energy from his own ship to stay alive. Dr. Doom gets into Galactus' ship, takes his power, and then goes after the Beyonder and takes the Beyonder's power. And then he's like, you know what, this war is done. It doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm all powerful. And decides to send everyone home. Or Molecule Man tries to go home by taking a giant piece of the Earth home. Anyway. So yeah, Dr. Doom, the war is over. This is issue 11, I think. Yep. And he's finally cured. He has his face mask ripped off. And I never remember if he's supposed to be deformed under the mask, or if it's just like a tiny scratch on his chin. And he's just like such a narcissist, he thinks he's super ugly and deformed. That's why he always wears a mask and can't look at himself. So yeah, if you want to read the rest, Dr. Doom kills everyone in like one bolt at the end of issue 11. And then he comes back and Molecule Man sort of subconsciously and accidentally brings all the heroes back, and I forget what they do to beat Dr. Doom, but then the Beyonder says that, no, actually I don't think the Beyonder comes back at the end. So they have a huge battle. Dr. Doom creates monsters, he lets Claw. Claw is actually kind of a big part. He was in Galactus' ship. He survived a previous encounter, which I don't know about. And then he becomes called a Dr. Doom sort of helper in this. They apparently die. Beyonder takes his power back. And that's it. They are all able to go home. No more scary stuff here. That's it. And then here's some extra stuff. So I really like the art. I like the explanations. I liked what they did. Just about the action figures. That's cool. Electro and Constrictor and Sandman, I think, even though he wasn't even in the story. Wait, no, I think that's Iceman. Anyway, some more here. As you see there, concept art Marvel Age issue 12. They talked about this, and they have the stuff from Marvel Age issue 12 in here. Which I have the Omnibus Volume 1. I'm going to unbox that someday for you guys. You can flip through it. And then concept art. They have a lot. I'm sure this is on the Omnibus, and the Omnibus came out less than a year ago with this. The original trade paperback from 1992. There's the cover. I think that's original art. And then the back of it, if you want to pause and look at that. Then the second trade paperback, and then this one. So I guess this was the fourth type of trade paperback they did. I definitely got a reprinted one. So that was the real big first Marvel events. Yeah, technically it is Contest of Champions, but I decided to read this one as well. And Secret Wars 2. And yeah, it was really fun. I learned a lot about some other heroes. I didn't really know much about Photon's powers. Apparently, her greatest asset in this was that she can travel super fast at the speed of light. I liked how the Wasp and the Lizard kind of became friendly. Because the Lizard just wanted to be left alone like a swamp area of Battleworld. Yeah, you never saw the Beyonder in person. He was just some omnipotent being. Captain America easily became leader, even though there was some questions about, well, maybe shouldn't Mr. Fantastic or Professor X lead as well. Oh yeah, Storm apparently is the leader of the X-Men here, so at this time. So there's also some questions about that. Nightcrawler almost had nothing to do. Wolverine was there just for like one kind of weird message panel about him being a mutant. Although he and Captain America do, that discussion is with Captain America, so I think it's kind of cool that it kind of mirrors a issue in Mark Gruenwald's run. Spider-Man almost has nothing to do until the black suit, so he's probably another one who is barely in here at all. There's this girl, she's in a lot of the issues. She helps heal the heroes after they're hurt in a battle, and Human Torch becomes obsessed with her, and she becomes obsessed with him. And then Colossus, who's Katie Pryde, Shadowcat, is his girlfriend. He becomes obsessed with that girl. Here's Galactus. He doesn't really care about anything going on here except just to survive. As here's the Lizard fighting Wasp. Doom letting Claw go free. Yeah, it's like a giant smorgasbord of characters. I'm really only focused on about half of them for the 12 issues, but I guess it's fine because, come on now, I love the art. End up fighting. And look at that for Absorbman. Just gets hit straight in the face with his own wrecking ball from Spider-Woman. Hawkeye's here. Look at that. He just shoots him in the... I forget that guy's name. I think it's Pile Driver in the arm, and he gets... Oh, hurt. Enchantress using her powers. Yeah, they all use their powers specifically. Spider-Man fights Titania, and I completely forgot about this because they have a rematch in Web of Spider-Man issue 55 when he has cosmic powers. So it's cool that I think she's like the first... Spider-Man's the first person she goes one-on-one against. I completely forgot about that. Ultron's back, repowered thanks to Doctor Doom. Except, stuff like that. What else can I talk about in here? Definitely one of Doctor Doom's greatest stories. I think I put it at number 4 in my top 5 best Doctor Doom stories lists. And I do find it a little bit annoying that people say Secret Wars and they think about the Jonathan Hickman thing for the MCU Secret Wars instead of this original Doctor Doom, Beyonder, Molecule Man, Galactus, Captain America, Professor X and Magneto storyline. Whoops, I almost dropped my phone. So, I always, when I read these books, I read like the first part of it really slow, like the first half. And then the last half, I just zoom through it. I know for most people, it seems like that's the opposite of how they read a book. Is like, they read the first stuff really slowly, and then the last half, they finish it off really fast. But I'm like the opposite. I don't know why. It kind of sucks. But I guess it makes it easier to finish it if I just sit down and read it one night. And I'm a quarter done about. So here's what issue 5 looks like. That's pretty cool. That's about it that I have to say right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this review of Secret Wars. And have a great day.